Good morning to all the students. And yesterday we have started our discussion on conversion of infixed expression to the postfix expression using stacks. So we have gone through the algorithm and we have gone through some of the examples of this conversion of infix to postfix. So in today's session, we will continue with the same topic of converting the infix to postfix. With a few more examples we'll take and we'll try to solve them. If time permits, we will also go with the other application of evaluation of postfix expression using stacks. Right. So in the last class, we have completed these two, I think, right? We have converted these two infix expressions to the postfix using stack. Am I correct?
Complete.
Now,
Yes, sir.
We'll solve the third one. Right. Right. This is the example we are going to deal at the first example for today's session. Right. So, as you know that we need to draw a table in order to answer such type of questions in the theoretical examination. Right. What is the second column name? What is the third column name?
Stack contents.
Wait. What about the first one?
Actions.
You can change the name also. Nothing wrong in it, right? And what is the last column? It is output, which is nothing but the postfix. So from the next example onwards, I'm not going to draw this table. Right? So for practice purpose, I'm just drawing this table. I will stop drawing this table from the next example onwards. So as you know that this is the input that is given to the algorithm, and what will be the output? Output will be the postfix expression, right? And the first step what you have to do is you have to start scanning the given expression from the left hand side, and you have to read each and every token. Every symbol is considered to be a token, right? So what is the first token you got here?
Opening parenthesis.
Open parenthesis. So according to the algorithm, if it is a open parenthesis, what you should do?
Push on to the stack.
I think you remember the algorithm, right? If it is an operand, you have to print it as the output. If it is an open parenthesis, you just push it onto the stack. Irrespective of what contents are present on the stack, you just push it, right? And if it is a closed parenthesis, then what you have to do, you have to pop all the operators from the stack and place it in the output, and you have to just remove the open parenthesis from the stack. That's it. Open parenthesis should not be kept in the output. Why? Because I told you clearly that the prefix and the postfix expression does not consist of any parenthesis. So you just have to remove it. That's it. No need to put the open parenthesis onto the output. This is what you have to remember, right? So when you come across an operator, third step, when you come across an operator, then you have to check the stack. If the stack is empty, push the operator onto the stack. And if the stack is not empty, you have to compare the priorities of the incoming operator and the priority of the symbol that is present on the top of the stack. If the priority of the incoming operator is greater than the priority of the top symbol, then you have to perform a push operation. But if the priority of the incoming operator is less than or equal to the priority of the top symbol, then what you have to do? You have to perform two actions. The first one is you have to pop the stack and place it in the output, and then you have to push the incoming operator. Right? This you have to do. Right? So after discussion on this algorithm, now tell me, if it is an open parenthesis, what is that you have to do? You have to just push it onto the stack. So what action you have performed here?
Push of open.
Is there any output here?
No, sir.
No, right. Now going to the second step, what is the second token that you have read?
Yes, sir.
Operand.
So there are no changes in the stack content. You place it as it is. And when you come across an operand, what is the action you have to do?
Print the operand.
Print the output.
Yeah, print as output. Print A in output or print as output, whatever it may be. So A, I have kept it. And what is the third step? That means what is the third token you have read?
Plus, sir.
Plus, right? And what is that you have to do when you come across an operator? You have to check whether the stack is empty or not. Here the stack is not empty, but since the stack consists of only the open parenthesis, right? No need to compare the priorities, right? You just think of as if the stack is empty, and then you push the element or push the operator onto the stack, right? So here you have push. What is the operation you have performed here?
Push of plus.
What will be the output? A only. And what is the fourth token you are reading? It is B. So what about the stack contents? It consists of this open parenthesis and plus, right? So you have to maintain the stack, right? You have to maintain the same size until you reach the last element. But since because of the space constraint, I'm just reducing the stack size. Right? But you have to continue. For example, if you take the stack size in the first step as 5, then you have to maintain the stack in all the cases, in all the tokens as the 5 only. Don't reduce it. So here you have to, what is that you have to do here?
Print.
Yes, sorry. So the step or the action you are going to perform here is print B in output. So it becomes A and B. What about the next token?
Closed parenthesis.
Closed parenthesis. So when you come across a closed parenthesis, what is that you have to do? You have to pop all the elements from the stack and place it as the output. And you have to delete the opening parenthesis from the stack. So what are the operators that we have on top of this open parenthesis? There is only one operator, that is plus. So you have to perform a pop operation and you have to perform the print operation. So when you pop and print, it becomes AB plus. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
And you have to delete the, there is no need to write this one, right? You have to delete this open parenthesis. So what about the contents of the stack when you come across this closed parenthesis? You have popped the plus and placed it in the output, and you have removed the open parenthesis. So it remains as an empty stack. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is the next one? Is
Start.
so what is the next step? What is the next element that you are reading? It is star. When you come across an operator, you have to check whether the stack is empty or not. Since here the stack is empty, you have to perform a push operation. So the action you are doing here is push of star, and the output remains as it is, AB plus. Next, what is the next token that you are reading?
Open parenthesis.
Open parenthesis. And when you come across an open parenthesis, I told you right that there is nothing to consider. Whenever you come across an open parenthesis, you just push it onto the stack. That's it. So the action you are performing is push of open parenthesis, and the output remains as it is, AB plus. Next, what is the next token? It is C. And since it is an operand, nothing to do with the stack. So the stack contents remains as it is, and the action you have to do is print C in the output. So now the output becomes AB plus C, right? Now ninth one. What is the next token? Minus. Minus. Right. So what is that you have to do when you come across a operator? What action you have to perform when you come across an operator? You have to check whether the stack is empty or not. Since the stack is not empty, nothing to compare. Why? Because the top element is open parenthesis. So there is no need to compare the priorities of the open parenthesis with the incoming operator priority. So whenever you come across this situation, you just have to push that element onto the stack. So the action I have performed here is push off minus, and the output remains as it is, AB plus C. And the next token I am reading is D, right? Since it is an operand, no operations on the stack, you just have to print B as output. So it becomes AB plus CD. Is it right or not? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now what is the next token that is read?
Closed parenthesis.
Closed parenthesis. So when you come across a closed parenthesis, you have to pop all the elements from the stack and place it in the output until you come across a open parenthesis. So minus, and now minus has to be removed and it has to be placed in the output. So what you have to do? You have to pop and then print. And you have to delete this open parenthesis. Is it okay up to this point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now what is the next token you have read? There is no token, right? You have reached the end of expression. The 12th step, you have reached the end of expression. So when you reach the end of expression, what you have to do? You have to check whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, nothing to do. Whatever expression we have in the output, that will be the corresponding postfix expression for the given infix expression. But when the stack is not empty, then you have to perform the pop operation and print operation subsequently. Right? So whatever elements are left over here, you have to perform the pop and print like this. So the last expression or the output we get is AB plus CD minus star. So this is the corresponding postfix expression for the given infix expression. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you have to convert the infix expression to the postfix expression using stack. Right. So we are done with the simple expression A plus B, and then we are done with another example of A plus B minus C, where we have the expression consists of two operators of equal precedence. So whenever we come across an operator of equal precedence, then what you have to do? You have to pop the stack and then you have to print it, and again you have to push the incoming operator onto the stack. Is it right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And another example we have seen in today's session is with an expression, infix expression that consists of parentheses. So how we have to deal when we come across parentheses, that also we have completed. Right? So we'll see some more examples. But this time I'm not going to draw the table. I just explain the problem and I will just make the stack contents visible to you as well as the output, right? So let us take this example. Because it is somewhat complex in nature, we'll try to solve. Right? So let me note down. Are you following the concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
3 star 3 minus E minus E dollar F plus. So I just take the output and I will take the stack content. Let us take the stack size as 5. What is being the output here?
Postfix expression.
First expression, right? Listen. So this is the infix expression, that is the input that is given to the algorithm. So when an infix expression is given, you have to scan the given infix expression from the left hand side. What is the first token?
Open parenthesis.
Open parenthesis. So if it is open parenthesis, just push it onto the stack. Go to the next token. Again, we have a open parenthesis. Whenever it is a open parenthesis, don't worry about anything. You just push it onto the stack. So I perform a push operation here. What is the next token? A. What do you have to do?
A. Print A.
We have to place A in the output. Super, right? What about the next token? Plus. So when it is plus, it is an operator. You have to check whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is not empty, then you have to push it. But if the stack is empty, and if the top symbol is an operator, then you have to compare the priority of the incoming operator with the top symbol. But here we have the top pointing to a open parenthesis, therefore nothing to do, right? You just take it granted that the stack is empty, and then you perform the remaining operation. So when it is a plus, you have to perform a push operation. And what is the next token? It is B. Since it is operand, you place it as the output. And what is the next token? It is closed parenthesis. So when you come across a closed parenthesis, you have to pop all the operators from the stack unless you come across with a corresponding open parenthesis. So I have popped plus and placed it in the output, and then you have to remove that open parenthesis. Right. Now what is the next symbol? Star. So you just have to perform the push operation, and the next symbol is C. Since it is operand, place it in the output, and the next symbol is minus. Now look at the concept. Right. So you have come across an operator called minus, and you have to compare the priority of minus with star. You have to compare the priority of minus with star. The priority of minus is less than star. So can I place the minus on top of star?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Pop
So
and
for this
place.
purpose, you have to pop the star and place it in the output, and then you have to push the incoming operator. It's nothing but minus is pushed in. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the next operator? What is the next token?
Open parenthesis.
Open parenthesis means just push it onto the stack. Next token is D. Since it is operand, place it in the output. Next token is minus, and nothing to compare. The priority of minus cannot be compared with the priority of open parenthesis, right? So you just have to perform a push operation. Next token is E. Since it is operand, place it in the output. And what about the next token? It is closed parenthesis. So you have to pop all the operators from the stack and place it in the output until you come across a corresponding or a matching. It's not corresponding, a matching closed parenthesis. So I removed minus and placed it in the output, and then I have removed this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And again, we have come across with a closed parenthesis. So you pop the stack and place it in the output, and you remove the matching parenthesis, open parenthesis from the stack. At this point, the stack is empty, right? And the next token you have read is the dollar symbol, which is an exponentiation operator. So since the stack is empty, you just perform a push operation. Again, you have come across another token called open parenthesis. When it is open parenthesis, you have to just push it onto the stack, and then F since it is operand, place it in the output, and again we have plus and push it onto the stack. Again we have G, since it is operand, place it in the output, and then you come across the last token, which is the closed parenthesis. So when it is a closed parenthesis, you have to pop the element from the stack until unless you come across a matching parenthesis, and you remove the open parenthesis from it. And the next thing is you have reached the end of the expression. So when you reach the end of the expression, you check whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, nothing to do. If the stack is not empty, you have to pop all the elements from the stack and place it in the output. So I pop this stack and place it. So is it the correct answer for this one? AB plus C star. Let us check. AB plus C star DE minus minus FC plus star. Right. So this is how you have to perform the conversion of infix to postfix using stack. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Now let us go with one more example. This is very important. Here you have observed the concepts like whenever you are encountered with a operator that has left to right associativity, this rule is applied, right? Whatever rules we have specified. But what happens when we come across the operators consisting of right to left associativity? Listen carefully. This nobody will explain. Please try to concentrate. So I have an expression called 2 cap 3 cap 3 plus 5 star 1. Right. So how many operators are there in this example? Have three varieties of operators.
Yes, sir.
One is cap, which is exponentiation, and another one is plus, and another one is star. So the plus and star, they have the left associative. They are left associative. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
But if you come across this exponentiation operator, the associativity is right to left. So it is right associative. Right. So you have to make some modifications in the algorithm to solve such type of expressions which consists of operators that are right to left associative. Right. We'll see what type of modifications you have to perform. Right. Is it clear what I told?
Sir. Sir.
Can anybody tell me what is the solution for this one? So what operator is having highest precedence? Exponentiation. Right. So we have to solve the exponentiation sub-expression first. But the problem here is we have two exponentiation operators. Therefore, they have the equal priority. Therefore, we have to go for the concept of associativity. According to the associativity of rule, the exponentiation operators are right to left associative. So which expression we have to solve first? Is it 2 cap 3 or 3 cap 3?
3 cap 3. 3 cap 3.
You have to solve 3 cap 3, right? So it becomes 2 cap 3 cap plus 5 star 1. Now we are left with three operators, cap, plus, and star. Again, we know that the precedence of cap exponentiation operator is greater than plus and star. Therefore, we have to solve this sub-expression first. Therefore, it becomes the left operand is 2 and the right operand is 3 cap, and we have the operator placed at the end. So we should consider the entire thing a single operand, and it becomes plus 5 star. So we are left with two operators, that is plus and star. Therefore, since star is having highest priority than plus, we have to solve this sub-expression first. Therefore, it becomes 2 3 cap plus 5 1 star. And finally, you have to solve this one. Therefore, it becomes yes. So this is the corresponding postfix expression for this infix. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right. Now we'll try to solve this with the stack algorithm. Again, I'm not going to explain it with the tabular form. This is you have to do it as an exercise, right? So what you have to do, I'll just take the stack contents and I just take the output. Just take the stack size as 5. And this is stack. Now what is the first token?
2, sir.
2. Since it is operand, you place it as the output. And what is the next token?
Exponential.
Exponentiation operator. Since the stack is empty, you push it onto the stack. Third token is 3, and since it is operand, place it in the output. And the fourth token is cap, that is exponentiation. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. So whenever in the previous algorithm where the operators are left to right associative, so whenever we have to compare the priorities of the incoming operator with the priority of the top operator, right? So let us take the priority of I stands for incoming operator and priority of top symbol, right? If it is greater than, that means if the priority of the incoming operator is greater than the priority of the top symbol, what is that you are performing?
Push the incoming operator. Push.
Super, right? You have to push the incoming operator. And coming to the next case, if the priority of the incoming operator is less than or equal to priority of the top symbol, what is that you have to do? You have to perform a sequence of 2 operations. One is pop and print, and next push
in.
Is it right or not? So this is the case when we are dealing with operators having the left to right associativity. But what happens in the case of right to left associative is you have to make the modifications such that these particular cases will be reversed. Right, they will be reversed. That means whenever the priority of the incoming operator is less than or equal to priority of the top symbol, this becomes. Right. Then you have to perform a push operation, and if the priority of the incoming operator is greater than the priority of top, right? Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
So if the priority of the incoming operators is equal to, this is what you have to remember, right? If it is the priority of the incoming operator is equal to the priority of the top element, then you have to perform this one. Not this one. Then you have to perform a push operation, right? So don't get confused by this. So if the priority of the incoming operator for the right to left associative category operators is equal to the priority of the top symbol, then we have to perform a push operation. Not that you pop the stack and print it in the output and then you push the incoming operator, right? So now you tell me, the incoming operator is exponentiation operator, and what about the top symbol? It is also an exponentiation operator, right? So you compare the priority of exponentiation incoming operator with the priority of the top symbol. Both are equal. So according to the algorithm, what you have to do? You have to perform a push operation, right? So don't get confused with the left to right and the right to left associate. Just a small change is required. That's it. So you have to perform a push operation here, and then the next token that is red is 3. Okay, place it in the output, and then it is plus. Now compare the priority of plus with exponentiation operator. What is that you have to do?
Pop and print, sir.
Right. So the lowest priority operators cannot be placed on top of the highest priority operator. So since plus is having the lowest priority, I cannot place it on top of cap. Therefore, I pop this element and place it in the output. Similarly, again we have the top symbol as cap. Therefore, again compare the priority of this plus with the priority of cap. Since the priority of plus is less than the priority of cap, you have to pop the stack and place it in the output, and then you have to push the. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So the only difference you have found between the left to right and right to left, right to left associative operators is this condition should be matched. So if the priority of incoming operator is greater than the priority of the top symbol, what is that you have to do? Pop and print, and then you have to perform another sequential operation, which is push off incoming. Is it right or not? No,
Yes, sir.
no. Is it right or not? Tell me. If I am wrong, please correct me.
Wrong.
Wrong, right? So the priority of incoming operator is greater than priority of top symbol. What you have to do?
Push.
Push. But if the priority of incoming operator is less than priority of top symbol, what is that you have to do?
Pop and print.
Open print, sir.
Pop and print, and then you have to
Push off.
perform the push of I. Now, what about the equality symbol? Where I have to place? Whether I have to place here or here?
Less than or equal.
First one. Sir.
First one, greater than, right? So, if the priority of the incoming operator is equal to the priority of the top symbol, then you have to perform the push operation. This is where we get some modifications to the algorithm when compared to that of left to right associative operators and right to left associative. Right? So it is less than or equal to left to right, and it is greater than or equal to in the right to left. Right? Now coming back to our problem again, we have 5 here. So since it is operand, you place it in the output, and then star, compare the precedence of star with precedence of plus. Since precedence of star is greater than plus, you have to perform the push operation. Again, we have come across 1, place it in the output. So you have reached the end of the expression. Once you reach the end of the expression, whatever elements are there in the top of the stack, you have to pop them and print it individually. So you pop star and place it in the output. Again, pop this plus and place it in the output. So this is the corresponding postfix expression for the infix expression that is given when we have the right to left associative operator. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Right. The last example we are going to deal with this infix to postfix expression is this one. Right. We have the solution also, but let us try to solve it on your own. Right. What is the first one? What is the first token? 1. Since it is operand, place it in the output. Let us take the output here. And what is the next one? Minus. Since the stack is empty, you take this one. You push the minus onto the stack. Right. The next token that we have read is 2. Since it is operand, place it in the output. The next token is cap symbol. And what is that you have to do? You have to compare the priority of cap symbol with minus symbol. Since the priority of cap, that means exponentiation operator, is greater than minus, you just have to perform a push operation. Right. Next, the token that is 3, place it in the output. Next token that is red is cap. Now what you have to do? You have to compare the priority of the incoming operator with the priority of the top symbol. Both of them are having equal priority, but these 2 operators are right to left associative. So when they are right to left associative, if they have equal priority, then you have to perform a push operation. Therefore, I push cap onto the stack. This one. Next, again, I have come across with 3. Therefore, place it in the output. Next, I have come across with minus. Compare the priority of minus with cap. Since the cap is having highest, minus to sit over it. So you have to perform 2 sequential operations. You have to pop the cap and place it in the output. And again, you are left with minus and cap. Right, this is completed. Again, compare this minus with cap. Since cap is having highest priority, it won't allow minus to sit over it. What will do? So you have to perform a pop operation and place it in the output, and then again you have to compare minus compared with minus. Both of them are having equal priority, but they are left associative. So what you have to do?
And place it, print it.
Super, right? You have to pop it and place it in the output, and then you have to push the new minus operator. This is the new minus operator. So I have pushed it, and then we have come across with open parenthesis. Open parenthesis means nothing to do. You have to just perform the push operation. So I have pushed this element onto the stack. Next, I come across with 4, place it in the output. Next token is plus. So the top element is open parenthesis, nothing to do. You just push the plus onto the stack. Next token is 5. Since it is token, since it is operand, place it in the output. Next token is star. Now tell me what I have to do. Compare star with plus. Since the priority of the incoming operator is greater than the priority of the top symbol, you have to perform a push operation. This one. So I have pushed star onto the stack. Now I come across 6, place it in the output. Now I come across closed parenthesis. So in such case, what I have to do, if it is a closed parenthesis, you have to pop all the elements from the stack and place it in the output until you come across a matching open parenthesis, right? So I pop star and place it in the output. Similarly, I pop plus and place it in the output, and I have found the corresponding or the matching open parenthesis at this point. So you remove it. So after performing all these things, I am left with this type of stack pointer. This one. So only minus is left over here. And again, the token red is star. Star having the having the highest priority than minus. So perform a push operation. And the last one is 7. Place it in the output, and you have reached the end of the expression. When you reach the end of the expression, you have to check the stack. If the stack is empty, leave it. If the stack is not empty, you have to perform the pop operations until the stack becomes empty. So pop this star, place it in the output. Pop this minus and place it in the output. So you have reached a position where the stack is empty. So this is the end of your algorithm. Right. So this is it correct answer or not? 1, 2, 3, 3, cap, minus 4, 5, 6, star plus 7 star minus. Right. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we have seen a lot of examples of conversion of infix expression to the postfix expression. We have dealt with the brackets or open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. We have dealt with the operators that consist of associative as left to right, and also the operators with right to left. All these examples we have completed. Right. So if it is clear, I can move to the next topic, which is a very, very simple topic.
Clear, sir.
Right. Thank you. And the next application of stack which we are going to deal is evaluation of postfix expression. That means the problem will be like this. You will be given a postfix expression, right? Remember carefully that the input that you are giving is the postfix expression. That means you will be given a postfix expression, and you are asked to solve the postfix expression using stacks. So what is the input here? What is the input for this algorithm?
Postfix text.
Postfix expression.
It is postfix expression. And what is the output?
Infix.
No, we are not converting the postfix to infix.
So
We are evaluating. Evaluation means, for example, 10 plus 5. What is the value?
integer, sir.
15, right? So you will get an integer. Similarly, 10 plus 5 minus 3. What is the value?
12, sir.
12.
12. So the output will be a single value, right? So for the evaluation of postfix expression algorithm, the input will be a postfix expression. That means you have to take it as a string, and the output will be a single value. That is the result of this postfix expression. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Right. So coming to the algorithmic part, the step one is you have to initialize the stack. Right? You have to create an empty stack, and again you have to start scanning the postfix expression from left to right. This step is common for both the algorithms, right? In the previous algorithm where we have converted the infix expression to postfix expression, there also we have created an empty stack, and then we started scanning the given infix expression from left to right. In the similar way, here also you create an empty stack and start scanning the postfix expression here. Postfix expression from left to right. This step is very important. Listen carefully. So if the element you have read is an operand, that means the token you have read is an operand. What you have to do? You have to push it onto the stack. This is very important. So when it is operand, you have to push it onto the stack. But if this is 2.1 and this is 2.2. But if the element that is read is an operator O, listen carefully. Here there is a small twist here. Right. So for example, how can you write a binary expression? An expression consists of binary operator. We can write like this, right? A plus B is an expression. Is it right or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We consider A as operand 1 and B as operand 2. Right. So when you come across, coming back to our algorithm again, come back. So when you come across a token which is an operator O, you have to perform the pop operation twice. You have a stack, and what is that you are storing inside the stack? Is it the operator or operand?
Operator, sir.
No, be careful, be careful.
Operand, sir. Operand.
So if it is an operand, you are performing a push operation. So you will be getting the operands like this. Right. Right. So there is a question for you. A simple question or a MCQ also. What is the name of the stack that is used for conversion of infix to postfix? Right. So it depends. The name depends on what contents you are storing inside the stack. So what is that you are storing inside the stack in the infix to postfix conversion algorithm? Is it operator or operand?
Operator.
Operator.
Operator. So we will call that stack as operator stack. But in this example or in this algorithm of evaluation of postfix expression, we are going to store the operands inside the stack. So this stack is called as operand stack. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So you may be asked a question like this, MCQs. What is the type of stack that you will use for evaluation of postfix expression? So the answer is operand stack.
Operand stack.
And what is the stack that you are going to use for conversion of infix to postfix expression? That is operator stack. Right. So coming back again to our algorithm, if the element is an operand, push it onto the stack. If the element is an operator, then you have to perform two pop operations. Listen carefully here, there will be an important point. You have to perform two pop operations. So the first popped element should be placed inside operand 2. That is what you have to remember. So whatever element you pop from the stack first time, you have to place it in the operand 2. Right. So what is the first element? For example, assume that the stack contents are like this: A, B, and C. What is the top element?
C, sir.
C.
What is the top element we have here? This one, this example. What is the element that is present on the top of the stack?
C, sir.
C is
C, right? Speak loudly. It is C. Therefore, when I pop, the C will be the first element that is popped. Therefore, that C should be placed inside this operand 2. And the next popped element. So if I pop, this is removed. And what is the next element that is popped?
B, sir.
B. That second popped element should be placed inside operand 1. That is the small twist you have to understand, right? Why this? Why we have to place the first popped element as the second in the operand 2 and the second popped element in the operand 1 means since the stack operates in the last in first out order. So the last inputted element is the first outputted. Therefore, you have to first outputted. Therefore, for example, in A plus B, this is the infix expression. What is the corresponding postfix expression for this A plus B?
AB plus.
AB plus.
AB plus, right? So the first A has to be pushed and then B has to be pushed. So the last inputted element will be the first output element. Therefore, we have to place the first popped element in the second operand and the second popped element in the first operand, right? So there is no difference when we have this A plus B is equal to B plus A. What is this property called?
Associative.
It's not associated, it is commutative.
Commutative.
Commutative property. And similarly, A star B is equal to B star A. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
So plus and minus are satisfying the commutative property. But if you consider the minus, is A minus B is equal to B minus A?
No, sir.
No. Similarly, A by B is equal to B by A. Is it satisfying this property?
No, sir.
No. Since the minus and similarly cap also, A dollar B is equal to B dollar A. Is it equal?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
That means, for example, take the value of A as 2 and B as 3. So 2 power 3 is equal to 3 power 2. Is it right or wrong? It is not satisfied, right? So the minus, division and exponentiation operator are not satisfying the commutative property. Therefore, you should be very careful while using these operators. That is the reason why whatever element you pop as the first one, you have to place it in the operand. Whatever element you pop as the second one, you have to place it in the operand one. Then only you will get the correct answers in case of these operators, that is minus, division and dollar. Nothing wrong when you place in operand 1 and operand 2 if it is plus and star. But you should be very careful while dealing with minus, division and dollar. Right, that is the reason why we are restricting our algorithm to place the first popped element inside operand 2 and then in operand 1. Right. So after popping these elements and placing it in the operand 1, you have to perform the corresponding operation. We'll see it with an example, right? So what is the operator I got here? It is O. So you perform A, O, B, and then again the the result has to be pushed back onto the stack. Right. So if you come across an operator, the sequence of steps you have to follow is you have to pop the stack twice, place the first popped element in operand 2 and the second popped element in operand 1, and then you have to perform the operation and again the result has to be pushed onto the stack. This is what you have to do. Therefore, step 2.2 is very important. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And when third step, when the expression is ended, that means when you reach the end of the expression, the value in the stack present will be the final answer. So shall we solve an example here?
Yes, sir.
Let us solve this 4, 5, 7 plus star. 4, 5, 7 plus star. Stack like this. And remember that the same sequence of steps are the tabular form you have to follow in this example also. You take the serial number, you take the token read, and you take the stack contents. And the fourth column is action. That's it. Right. but I'm not going to deal with that tabular form. So you start scanning the given postfix expression from the left hand side. Tell me, what is the first token?
4.
4, sir.
What is that we have to do when it is an operand?
Push onto the stack.
Next token that is red is 5. Push onto the stack. Next is 7. Push onto the stack. Now coming to the operator. Now you have come across an operator here. So you have to perform the pop operation twice. Right. So you pop 7 first and place it in operand 2. What is operand 2 here? What is the value of operand 2?
7.
The value you
7.
have popped first. That is 7 is popped and it is placed in operand 2. And again you perform the pop operation and place it in operand 1. Therefore 5 has to be placed here. Now what is that you have to do? You have to perform the operation operand 1 OP operand 2. What is operand 1 here? It is 5. What is the operator you got here?
Plus, sir.
Plus. What is operand 2? 7.
7.
Right. What is 5 plus 7?
12, sir.
12.
12. So after calculating the result of this expression, you again push that element onto the result onto the stack. Now go back to the scanning of expression. What is that element you have read here? It is star. So when you come across star, you have to perform 2 pop operations. The first pop element, that is 12, has to be placed inside this stack, inside operand 2. And the second pop element, that is 4, is placed in operand 1. Now you have to perform this operand 1 of operand 2. What is operand 1?
4.
Is 4.
4, sir.
What is the operator?
Star.
Star.
What is the operand 2?
12.
sir.
12.
What is the result?
48.
48.
48. What you have to do by this result? You again have to push back the
Push
result.
on the stack.
Now you have reached the end of the expression. So when you reach the end of the expression, the element that is present on the top of the stack will be the result of the postfix. So the result of 4, 5, 7 plus star postfix expression is 48. Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is your next hour?
Oops, labs. sir.
Oops, labs.
Now can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I
Yes,
got
sir.
anything here. Can you see the screen here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A plus B star C minus D. And the equivalent postfix expression for this infix expression is AB plus CD minus star. Is it correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Correct.
So let us take the, let us remove this one. And this is the postfix expression we have. And you will be given questions like this. Consider the following postfix expression AB plus CD minus star, and consider the values of A as A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 7, and D is equal to 3. And you find or evaluate the postfix expression with these values of A, B, C, D and give the final result. This is how you may be asked the question. Right? Are you able to listen to my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Now we will solve this. What is the result of this one? A plus B star C minus D. What will be the result? Is 10 plus 5 star 7 minus 3 is 15 star 4 is equal to 60.
60, sir.
Right, we'll see whether we'll get the answer as 60 or not using this postfix evaluation using stack. Right. So I take the stack contents, I initialize a stack, and I start scanning the given expression from the left hand side. So initially I got A. So what is that I have to do? So you change it into the corresponding thing. You change this expression into the corresponding with numerics, right? So it is 10 space 5 plus 7 space 3 minus star. So this is the corresponding or equivalent expression for this postfix expression with the numeric value. Right? So I come across the first value as 10. Since it is operand, what you have to do?
Onto the stack.
Push onto the stack. Next token that is read is 5. Since it is operand, push it onto the stack. Next element that I got is plus. So if I get plus, what I have to
Pop twice.
pop twice. The first popped element is placed in
And 2, sir.
is placed in
Operand two.
operand 2. And the second popped element is placed in operand 1. Now I perform the operation like operand 1 OP operand 2. Right. What is operand 1? It is 10. What is the operator I got here? Plus operand 2 is 5. So what is the result here? It is 15. Therefore, again you have to push this 15 onto the stack. 15 is pushed back again. Now you come across 7, push it onto the stack. You come across 3, push it onto the stack. Now minus. Since it is operator, you have to perform 2 pop operations. The first pop element 3 is placed inside the operand 2. The second pop element 7 is placed inside operand 1. And then you have to perform this operand 1 OP operand 2. What is operand 1 here?
7, sir.
7. What is the operator?
Minus
Minus
Minus. What is operand 2?
4.
3, sir.
Operand 2 is 3.
3, sir.
And the result is 4. You have to push back this result onto the stack. Therefore, I push back and I get it as 4. Now again, after scanning the given postfix expression, the next operator is star. So you come across an operator, you perform 2 pop operations, place the first popped element in the operand 2 and the second popped element in operand 1, and you perform this operand 1 operator operand 2. So it is 15 star 4. Result is 60. Again push back this result onto the stack. Now you have reached the end of the expression, and the element that is present on the top of the stack will be the result of the postfix expression. Right? Is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
So this completes our last application of converting the infix expression, evaluation of postfix expression using stacks. Are the algorithms simple or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. But you have to practice everything in the tabular form. Right. So I will give an assignment in today or tomorrow, and you have to submit it with your own handwriting, and you have to scan them, and you have to convert it into PDF document and submit it to me. Right. I will give all the instructions in the Canvas LMS. So by this we have completed. By this we have completed the complete tax part, and that is tax part of the first unit has been completed. So if you have any doubts, you can raise them through the WhatsApp group, or you can ask me directly. So this is the end of today's session. Thank you one and all.